Hello, this is a short video clip to help teachers decide on the best set of teacher judgement grades for your students, considering now that the summer exams have been cancelled. Before you start, it is important to understand the profile of your current students and how this compares to previous students, as we suspect that the exam board will be doing something similar. So to start with, we need to look back at the results of your students from last year. So when you look at your Connect home page, check what the primary grade point is set to, and if necessary, change that to last year's results. Then we're going to go into the subject analysis and pick your subject, in this case biology. And what you can see there then is a summary of the results that your students have achieved over the last 4 years. And what we're interested in is looking at the outcomes tab. And for this group of students, what we can see is the number of students who were in the higher bands, the middle bands, and you can see here there's not many in the lower bands. Now we want to be able to compare that to our current students. So it's a quick trick. If we highlight the URL and do Control-C to copy it, open up a new tab, Control-V to paste it, then what we'll see now is the system will default to the latest set of data that has been added. So we've now got our current students. So what I can do is I can drag that to one side and minimize that, minimize the existing screen and place these side by side. Now if you haven't got a wide screen, you can take a snip of one of the sets of bands and then compare that to the current students. So when we're thinking about the percentage of A star to Bs and A star to Es for our current set of students, it's important to be able to think about the profile of the students. So for example, in our current students, so this is our current monitoring, we've got more students in the top bands here than we had before, and we can see here that there's much less students in the lower bands. So although on last year's results there was 34 students with expected points of 3,397, there are less students here, and so we'd expect those expected points to be lower. However, the beauty of ALPS is that the ALPS score and grade are compatible across the 2 years and are taking into account the profile of the students. In this example, the monitoring grade for current students is a grade 4, but if we look at the thermometer, we can see that that is just on the boundary. So actually, the set of grades for these group of students here is fairly similar to the set of grades for those students here. So hopefully this video short will help you arrive at the best possible set of teacher judgement grades for your students.